Before this video begins, we want to address a few things.
What you're about to see is a video we put together last year anonymously because at the time we weren't sure how we wanted to release this. Now you guys will know that it was me and Lauren that this pertains to, but you will hear the video say John and Jane when it refers to us.
And you will see in the video why we were hesitant to even put it out on our channel, but we have decided to since it's been over a year, and we think this information should be out there.
This one was suggested to me by Sandy Shark 293.
This video was suggested by Sandy Shark 293.
Today, one of our subscribers requested that we do the duct tape challenge.
At this point, it should come as no surprise that the internet has its fair share of creeps, criminals, and normal people like you and me. Most of us have watched videos about weird rabbit holes, the dark web, or just plain out creepy stories about various internet users. In most of these cases, the creeps and evil people try to remain hidden from the public view to continue on with what they're doing. But what if I told you that some actually come looking for you, posing as innocent fans asking for some challenge videos for you to do? That's what happened to us. For some background, we run a small YouTube channel that posts videos centering around traveling and food. While the channel has grown a small following in the past year, it is still very unknown, and it's unlikely that anybody watching this has heard of us unless you know us personally. This is what makes this situation even weirder. Fast forward to yesterday, while watching a Nick Crowley video about a weird internet user trying to get kids online to submerge themselves in water while fully clothed, we learned about the depths of depravity that some individuals have. The video was well done and really documented the lengths that these sick individuals with various fetishes will go to in order to get what they want to see. It was after watching this that we started to remember a random account that had requested some pretty strange things from us. In March of 2024, we received a direct message from a supposed fan saying, "Hello John and Jane, how are you both doing? I've seen your YouTube channel, you both are such a blessed couple. Got a question for ya." Initially we thought this might be a family friend, so we responded by saying, "Hi, thank you, we're doing good. What was your question?" They wrote back, "Aw, glad to hear that y'all are doing good. Ya are welcome. Is this Jane or John right now? Do y'all take and do challenge videos that aren't food related for your YouTube channel, Jane and John?" It's currently both of us, lol. Sometimes we do other challenges. We're down for challenges that aren't necessarily food related, as long as they are cool or fun ideas. Good, meant to write the word food, stuff is usually just the fastest / easiest to do, to be honest. I have 3 challenge videos for y'all. The first is a couples challenge video for ya both. The second and third challenge videos are a 2-part challenge video with one version for each of ya. All the challenge videos are not the fastest or easiest, but they are entertaining, comical, and challenging for the 2-part challenge video for each of ya. At this point, we started to get a little bit weirded out, but we asked, what are these challenges? Do the couples yoga challenge video for you both, then for the 2-part challenge video for the second and third challenges, Jane, do my version of the saran wrap escape challenge video, John, do my version of the duct tape escape challenge video for John. The couples yoga challenge video seemed to fit in with your YouTube channel video content. Reading this, we knew this was definitely someone wanting to see us do sexual content. Yoga content does not fit our channel by any means, and escaping saran wrap and duct tape just sounded really bizarre. We quickly disregarded these requests as just a weird attempt to get us to do sexual content and ignored this person. However, they also messaged me personally. "Hello John, how are ya doing? I've seen your YouTube channel. Ya and Jane are such a blessed and beautiful couple. Ya both are entertaining. Got a question for ya." "Hi, I saw your messages on the other account. I'm doing pretty good, thanks." "Ya are welcome John. What do you think about my challenge video for ya?" "I think we're gonna pass on them. I don't think it really fits the channel. Thanks for the suggestion though, and for watching." "For all of them?" "Yeah." This definitely made things weirder, but like before, we just shrugged it off and chalked it up as some weird fan that wanted some sexual challenge videos done. Another thing that weirded us out a bit was as soon as we declined these challenges, this person unfollowed us right away, showing us that it definitely wasn't just some random fan who really enjoyed our content. Obviously, they really wanted those videos done, and if they weren't going to get them, they weren't going to support us. Coming away from the Crowley video, we rethought this whole encounter. While we were pretty certain that we were right about this being some fetish content hidden as playful challenges, we didn't initially discover the depths of this account in its search for unsuspecting people. Since the account was set to private, we decided to look up the name on Google. The search results showed us that this person has reached out to smaller to mid-sized creators for the past 2 years at least, asking them through their comments if they can respond to their messages about challenges and video ideas. Of course, since we didn't have access to these messages, all we could do was assume what the messages said. That was until we found multiple accounts of YouTubers who actually did do this challenge.
This one was suggested to me by Sandy Shark 293. She suggested that I do the duct tape challenge, where I'm basically kidnapped.
And in these videos, the description always said the same thing. Thank you to Sandy Shark 293 for the suggestion. While scrolling down to the comments, there they were. Sandra. As noted earlier, that was the same name used on Sandy Shark's account. Now if it stopped here, that would be one thing. Is it weird? Yeah. But is it illegal? No. Unfortunately though, it did not stop there. While looking through the various comments of these videos, the requests got weirder and weirder. And we noticed an account in particular, at NicoFisher4862, always mentioning the same request.
Can both of you do the spy challenge? The rules of the spy challenge is that there are 3 challenges in one. You are a spy that has been captured and you need to escape. You need a few items. 1. A bunch of bandanas. 2. A bunch of duct tape. 3. A bandana for a blindfold. 4. A cell phone. 5. Cloth for putting inside the mouth. Can be a handkerchief or a sock. First thing before starting the challenge is to tie up the one who is taking the challenge with duct tape around their arms with their hands behind their back and bandanas too, and to put the combination of a tape and a cloth on their mouths so the spy can't call for help. Next, you should place the tied up spy on a bed or the floor in another room. Once that's done, put the cell phone in another room that the spy has to get to. Now, you can start the challenge. The first challenge is that the spy needs to stand up and get out of the room by opening the door without removing any of the tape and the bandanas. The second challenge is that the spy has to make it to the phone and remove the tape on the mouth and make a phone call without removing the tape on their hands and say the phrase, "Help, I've been captured." The last challenge is that the captured spy should be taken back into the bedroom and the duct tape and the bandana should be double wrapped and the spy should be blindfolded with a bandana and the tape and cloth combination should be placed again on the mouth and the hand should be taped to the feet of the spy. Once that's done, the spy has to escape and then the challenge ends. Do it within 15 minutes to succeed in the challenge. Thank you. If you fail, add a punishment of some sort like eating chili or tickling the spy who gave up.
As you can see, this is pretty weird, and the way they try to get people to do these things is by posing it as some silly challenge similar to other things like the cinnamon challenge or tortilla slap challenge.
This one was suggested to me by Sandy Shark 293. She said we should do the tortilla slap challenge.
The only thing we found on the page was a spy challenges playlist that was pretty much the same rules as before, just a little bit different and way more condensed. And what we were worried about might happen started to happen. On the playlist, you could see this account and accounts like it were successfully able to convince kids to do this weird challenge by posing it as a fun YouTube gimmick that can make for good content. And like before, they requested weirder stuff and applauded it when done. But who is this, and are they in any way related to Sandra? In an attempt to search for the answer to this question, we decided to Google the username. What returned was of course the YouTube channel and a few LinkedIn pages, but due to no proof, the end of the Nico search. Yet, that wasn't the end of these disturbed individuals. While looking through more of these comments on the videos, we found another user named Annabelle. This user was even less secretive about their activities, making it painfully obvious what their motive was and still is. While clicking on their account, we found dozens of videos of what seemed to be clips from TV shows and movies of kids, pretty much exclusively young girls, being tied up. In addition, they also have tutorial videos up with one entitled, "How to Make a Modified Photo of a Kid Tied Up Photoshop Tutorial." The depravity didn't stop there. Clicking on their public playlist tab, we were able to find a playlist called "When the People Pleaser Gets Kidnapped." In this playlist is a collection of over 200 videos consisting of various young girls, some of which look to be as young as 11 or 10 years old, making videos about tying themselves up, with many of the titles stating that they are reenacting a kidnapping. There's also a similar playlist with only an ellipsis as the title. In this playlist, there are almost 500 videos of similar style content as the previous one. Another creepy fact is, at the time of writing this script, December 28th, 2024, these playlists were updated yesterday.
I'm going to be doing the magic challenge as this person has requested. My first ever request. Thank you so much to this person. Anyways, let's do it. So they said to tie my wrists together and see how fast we can escape. So I'm going to tie my wrists together and see how fast I can escape.
This channel also has a community tab that is very weird. One person even replied to this post saying, "I think you should stop leaving comments on a young girl's channel. After seeing your channel, they are under 10, some of them. And the fact you like seeing young girls kidnapped is creepy as hell." But this comment was actually met with opposition, with someone saying, "If you think it's creepy, then why are you even here? If you're that triggered, then take your snowflake views somewhere else." Even worse is the website linked to this channel. If it wasn't already obvious what this person and the audience of over 900 subscribers that they have cultivated are after, they come right out and tell you here. The website title reads Annabelle Central. On this site are blog posts starting all the way back in January 2023 and being updated all the way up to December 2024. Much of this site is similar to Annabelle's YouTube channel, detailing different movies and TV scenes where young girls are tied up. However, it gets worse. This post reads, this Brazilian kid detective show features a girl, possibly one of the detectives, tied and gagged with what looks like elastic bands or yarn. This comical way of tying someone will appreciate some, but guaranteed most kids will enjoy this predicament. Even if you use yarn or wrap them tightly in blankets, can create fun and hilarious memories. This method is great for almost any kid who might want a gentle introduction to being tied up. If anyone has any photos or videos they took of their kids in this predicament, please use the form below or share it in the comments if you are willing. Enjoy. Another post written on December 8th of 2024 called Hunter Street Season 1 Episode 20, Season 4 Episode 15, and DeLudwig Season 1 Episode 40 reads, hello everyone, this is a very special post with 3 scenes, 2 of them being very similar. The first scene in the first video features Kyra Isako Smith with a tape gag for a brief moment, along with her wrists tied behind her back and ankles with rope. This may be a familiar scene to some, as a snippet of the scene is uploaded on the Nickelodeon YouTube channel, making this my favorite scene out of the videos on this post. The second scene in the first video is a Dutch adaptation of the first scene, but with different actors and outfits. Everything else, including the dialogue and performances, are very similar. In comparison, the DeLudwig's version has better rope work, but I preferred the English version overall in terms of the actors' looks and outfit. Tell me which scene in the first video you preferred in the comments below. The first comment, posted on the same day as the original post, reads, love the English version. Also, tights and canvas sneakers wins for me every time. Great find. Another one reads, 3 stones with 1 bird, my lucky day. Wish the first girl had more shots where you could see her whole body struggling while gagged. Good skirt. Littered throughout the comment section are also links to different websites and pictures. However, I did not want to look up any of these as I was afraid I might see stuff that I wouldn't want to see and shouldn't see. And if you couldn't already tell what the main motive behind this website is, some of these users just plain out say it. One user anonymously wrote, agree, wish you weren't wearing pants though. Another sick individual wrote anonymously on November 14th, 2024 at 10:45, showed the pics and short movie to the neighbor's daughters. They loved it and wanted to reenact it. Caitlin, 10 years old, Laura, 12 years old, and Savannah, 15 years old, had a great time. The older sister wanted to sit this one out, but did admit it looked kind of fun. Later on, the original poster wrote, Savannah turned 16 this weekend, so technically out of the range of this blog anyhow. I'm still going to try with her this weekend as she is coming over to babysit. I've always wanted to tie the babysitter up. Signed, NG. After seeing all of this, we have reported the website to the cyber tip line. We've also reported the YouTube channels of those mentioned in this video. From just a glance at this website, it is obvious what the intentions of the individuals posting on it are. Of course, most of them make sure not to say anything too explicit to maximize deniability. I'm sure these people would claim this is just some weird thing they like to see in shows that isn't harming anyone, but as detailed by some lesser vague individuals, it is obvious that what they really want is to directly assault kids by convincing them this is all part of some fun game. Now, there are many questions still left to be answered. Is the Sandy Shark account linked to any of these people? Is the Nico Fisher account linked to any of these people? We don't know for sure. What we do know is that the Annabelle account is, as it is their own website. What I will say is that it does seem like all these accounts are aware of each other, but their level of wickedness and criminality is left unknown. I say this because we don't have concrete evidence that each account is working together. We can only assume that. What does seem pretty certain is people like the Sandra account and Nico account get a sexual kick out of convincing unsuspecting creators to do these types of videos, where the creators play out these scenes that the people behind the accounts fetishize.
This time, you're tied and blindfolded. Your mouth is stuffed, and you have your hands tied to your legs.
It could stop there for those accounts. As mentioned earlier, as long as the creators are adults, this isn't illegal, just really weird and degenerate. But unfortunately, there's also a possibility that this is all some sort of connected underground network of sick individuals that either knowingly or unknowingly play different roles within it. I want to make it clear this is only a theory and I'm not saying this is exactly what is happening. However, it is possible that accounts like Sandra are used to lure in people to either get them into these sick perversions as well, or at least get material for the others in the group to have. From there, it seems accounts like Nico which could or could not be related to the first accounts reaching out, get users to participate in these even more detailed games and challenges to further cement it as some popular trend that viewers like to see, hiding what it really is. What this does is legitimize these challenges. It makes other creators think this is some trend just like any other, so there's nothing weird or wrong about it. With this, accounts like Nico are able to successfully persuade more and more people, eventually reaching out to what they really want, underage users. Then, everyone else on these types of websites like the Annabelle one gets more material of underage kids tied up, playing into their sick and predatory fantasies. Plus, it allows them to directly contact these underage individuals as they have built some sort of connection while posing as a fan. After that, you can only imagine what they try to get these poor children to do. Whether you believe this to be the case or not, what is 100% true is there are creators being persuaded to become fetish material, with most of them seeming to have no clue. What is also true is somewhere down this pipeline, which is how we discovered this, is a den of predatory individuals looking to prey on underage children. It is sad that this is the world we live in, but I do want to remind everyone that this type of stuff is unfortunately very real. Please stay safe out there, both online and while out and about. If anyone has connections or knows better ways to get this stuff removed and have these individuals looked into, I encourage you to do so. However, please do not do anything illegal. The last thing we want is for someone to take matters into their own hands, ruining their own life, or getting this video taken down, effectively ruining the whole point of this video.
As of today, October 21st, we are still seeing people doing these challenges and the same people commenting under them, asking them to do more, and or even suggesting this challenge on multiple of people's videos over and over again. I know, and Joey knows, this is just really weird. Hopefully now you guys can combat this since you know what to look out for now. I don't think this is some silly little trend that's going around. Obviously, from what we found digging deeper with these people that are commenting, it's a much more bigger thing, especially with playlists of kids doing it and then a website talking about some very weird, inappropriate things.
One positive thing was the original Annabelle YouTube channel did get taken down. I have not visited that website since because I just feel weird visiting that website. So I don't know if it's been taken down or not. I have a feeling that it hasn't been. There's so much gray area that I feel like there's a lot of plausible deniability that they can just claim that they just really like the cinematography or these scenes.
I really hope that if anyone does choose to look up that site for some reason, maybe you're curious if it's still up, but if it is still up, please report it, because it wasn't just movie clips, it was people talking about exchanging pictures of children that they have, just some very weird, dark stuff.
And the craziness of it all is that this is on the surface web. This isn't hidden behind some paywall. This isn't hidden in a backroom Discord server. This is just on the internet that anybody can search themselves. So of course these people are gonna say things a little more vaguely because you can't just come out and say illegal things. If it was in a Discord server or something, there might be some more explicit messaging, but it's crazy enough that they're even willing to do this on the surface web.
We have decided to put this video out to hopefully help other people see through all these challenge videos. Very weird challenges, seeing people bound, tied, gagged. It's obviously fetish stuff. I also think it's very unfortunate for the very small creators who have done this challenge and that's their top video by a lot, and then nobody else wants to watch their other videos because it's not that. So it's very unfortunate for those people that think that they have to do something like that to get views. And there even is a channel I found that only does videos like that, and then they addressed it saying they wanted to make their viewers happy. I feel kind of bad for those people. They only got views on one video and then they've never gotten views on anything else. So,
and that sends a bad signal because then they just want to keep doing those videos. It's just this bad cycle of we want to get views, and the only thing getting views is this specific type of content, so we got to do this content. With that being said, we hope you found this very educational, and hopefully you can take a more cautious frame going forward, especially if you're a creator or somebody that wants to do kind of challenges. Don't just be misled into thinking that everything's this fun little creative challenge, because some things can be very different from what they seem. So just be careful out there.